What's up, fam? Welcome back to the channel. Good morning. How are you doing? Or good afternoon or good evening, whenever you're watching this. Let's talk about good intentions. We all have good intentions to do better, to be better for not only ourselves, but for the people we love or say that we love. But everything we do matters. And when we do nothing, it shows that you don't matter. You don't care. And frankly, to hell with whatever happens because of it. We all know that our veterans give and give and give, and they gave everything that they had. Some of them left it out on the battlefield, and some of them brought that trauma back home, mentally, emotionally, physically, whether they lost their minds from it or they are PTSD from it. They lost limbs from it. They lost their lives from it. We need people to put in that same hardcore effort that they did to get this war started, any war, to keep it going, because financially you're making money from it. Keep that same energy for those soldiers who fight hard, who continue to fight hard, who fought hard. And all they're asking for is what they deserve. And that is better and more health care. What's happening right now cannot continue. They are suffering. Veterans are being turned down when they go and apply for disability, or they're given 10% when you know they deserve that 100%. They got injured. Like I said, injuries aren't always seen on the outside. They suffer on the inside. So what is the government doing about it? We're going to debate it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to say we're going to do it. Then we're going to back out of it. We're going to put it on recess, as if that person can recess their pain, recess their suffering. We need to support our veterans. That's what this video is about. Show your support. Spread this video. Reach out to those lawmakers. Let them know we care about our veterans. I have family members that are veterans. Grandfather, brother, husband, cousins, nephew, niece. And I know a lot of you guys have family members who are generational veterans, served in the military, whatever branch. Show them support. Stop judging their pain as if they're not suffering enough, so they don't need this. Or this money's going to be used for that, so we need to make sure it's going to go for whatever. You don't say that when you're sending money overseas to other countries to fight their wars, or sending them weapons to fight their wars, which could potentially have us in that same war. Which means you're going to send more soldiers out, more young men, more young women to fight your war. But then treat them like crap when they come home and say, I need help. To the point some of them don't even ask for help because they feel like they're not going to get it. And that is why the homeless population is as high as it is when it comes to veterans. Because we don't show them the respect that we should. I'll probably get, copyright for this, but it's fine. I'm going to show this video. Let's talk about it. See you in the next video.
There's growing outrage after a bill to help around 3.5 million veterans exposed to toxic military burn pits was blocked in the Senate. One of the biggest champions of the measure, comedian Jon Stewart, was visibly upset when 41 Republican senators voted to stall the bill. He called it a disgrace. This is a story we've been following extensively here at CBS Mornings. Senior investigative correspondent Catherine Herridge has the reaction.
They haven't met a veteran they won't screw over. What the are we?
Comedian and veterans advocate Jon Stewart voiced the deep personal anger and frustration felt by so many Thursday on Capitol Hill as the effort to advance bipartisan burn pit legislation failed.
They're not on Senate time, they're on human time, cancer time.
The bill would cost an estimated $180 billion over the first 4 years, expanding healthcare and disability coverage benefits for nearly 24 illnesses linked to toxic smoke, including respiratory problems and rare cancers.
It was constantly being fed a stream of garbage on one side and jet fuel on the other.
Army veteran Mark Jackson was exposed to military burn pits in Afghanistan.
The ash from the burn pit would fall kind of like snow onto the tents, and of course onto your skin and into your eyes.
As part of an ongoing CBS Mornings investigation, Jackson shared his long list of medical issues, including anemia, osteoporosis, and thyroid disorder.
I don't care if it costs twice as much as the wars that we fought because they need to budget for the peace, just like they budget for the war.
In June, the bill had bipartisan support.
The motion is not agreed to.
But by Wednesday, 25 Senate Republicans changed their vote to no, raising concerns over how the money was budgeted, arguing it could be spent on programs unrelated to veterans in the future. Yesterday, Democrats pushed back.
They voted against the men and women who fight for this country that want to return back to civilian life and have a normal life. And not only those folks, but their families.
Stewart said there was no excuse for Washington's delay.
Their constituents are dying. And they're gonna get it done in recess? Tell their cancer to take a recess.
And veterans advocates are calling on Congress not to leave Washington until the legislation passes. The next opportunity is Monday with another procedural vote. In the meantime, veteran Mark Jackson told CBS News there are a lot of good intentions, but more disappointment after years of suffering and their service.